Alright guys, welcome to the Dillards Clearance Center here at Eastgate Mall, Cincinnati. Sadly, I can't walk in through here, so we'll walk in through the outside. But here's a look at the mall entrance. You see it says Dillards Clearance. They have beautiful signs here. At least we have a better shot of seeing this without, the employees staring at us weird. But I would love to take that sign, but I'm not going to do it. A, because this Dillards is still open, and B, this mall is extremely busy today. There's a sports card show, and you guys will see that in the mall video. But anyway, I will see you guys inside for the Dillards. Hello everybody, and like I mentioned, welcome to the Eastgate Mall, Cincinnati, and welcome to the Dillards Clearance Center here at Eastgate Mall. And, I will say this, this used to be a Fulline Dillards. It was originally actually built as a McGolfins, if I said that right, and that opened up to the public in 1992. It was renamed to Dillards in 1998. This was a Fulline Dillards, as you guys will see later on in the video where I show you guys and the little escalator area that led to upstairs. But in 2015, Dillards decided to downgrade this to a clearance center, which is what it is now. And 10 years later, it's still here. And honestly, if you guys don't know, usually when Dillards downgrades its stores to a clearance center, that usually means that it's trying to write out a lease and it's going to close soon. A prime example of that was the Eastwood Mall in Niles, Ohio, which you guys know did end up closing because I ended up filming that last year. But I will say this about this store that had maybe a chance of, succeeding. This place was extremely busy when I was here. And you can't say it's because of the mall, because as you guys saw, they had the mall gate blocked off. The people that went to the sports card show couldn't go in here. But this store was extremely busy. You guys will see I kind of had to swerve around the camera, and that was because I was trying to avoid A, getting people in my shots, and B, bumping into people and whatever. So I think that profitability, I don't see how they can possibly say it's losing money, because there is a lot of people in here. But there was a couple things that I did notice. The number one big reason is using the fact that this is only a one-story store and they're not even using the second floor. Maybe it's storage. I don't know. I didn't ask anybody, but it probably is. But still, it's not used for customers. And I did notice the building is not overall maintained. There's a couple roof issues, and it was very dark here in certain sections of the store. And really, I don't know about, you all, but to me, that's not super appealing to shop when it's very dark. Like, you want it to be bright light and full of stuff. So the fact that it was that dark, and it was brighter here as we're looking right now closer to the doors, but especially you guys will see closer up to the escalator, it was really dark. So there is some things that make me do believe that it could possibly close, but with the amount of people, it could stay. And another thing I will mention too is that we don't know what the formal plans are for this whole mall yet. Rumor has it they do want it to be demolished and to be redeveloped, but they haven't really said what's going to happen to the two anchor stores. They're also at the JCPenney, which you guys will see coming up next week after the Rite Aid video comes out here on Sunday. So I don't know, what the future would be for this Dillards, if they would stay if JCPenney stays with the mall, or if, or if they don't own this building and it's leased and the lease ended. I don't know. Feel free to comment down below if any of you heard anything about it. But overall, I do hope this store can stay here. It is a nice, I wouldn't even call it a full-on department store, but it's a nice store that suits this area well, and it's a nice discount option. JCPenney's not super expensive, but this is still cheaper, and it's decently quality clothes, so in that aspect, I do hope it stays. But feel free to comment down below what you all think the future is for this particular site, or if you know anything about the site, that's coming up soon. I would love to hear you guys have to say. Obviously, I'm not from Cincinnati, so I don't know this area that well. I don't know the mall very well. Obviously, Eastgate Mall, we know it's about to close, but who knows with this mall? I think it still has a pulse, and you guys will see in the mall video, and you guys heard me mention it in the intro. It was busy the day I was here. They had a really cool sports event, but I'll get into that when we get more into the mall video. But for now, I'm going to sign off and stop talking here. And then, of course, the rest of the video here with music. And if you guys do enjoy, you all know the drill. Make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe. But for now, until I see you guys outside, live from the Eastgate Mall in Cincinnati here at the Dillards Clearance, Alex Weinheimer's out, and I will talk to you guys later. But bye for now. guys, thank you guys for watching the Dillards clearance here at the Eastgate Mall in Cincinnati, Ohio. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye, guys.